All right, here we are today with the premise at Warwick's in La Jolla. I'm super excited, so let's go on in. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Jennifer.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk about books.
Yes.
So tell us, you're Julie Slavinsky.
Correct.
You are the director of events here at Warwick's.
Yep.
How long has Warwick's been a boutique bookstore?
Okay, well, the actual store started in 1896 in Minnesota. So
oh my gosh.
Nancy is the fourth generation owner.
Wow.
We've been in La Jolla since the 30s and in this building and location since the 50s.
That is awesome.
So, yeah, been around a while.
You know, my favorite thing about boutique bookstores is it's curated.
Correct.
So when you walk into a boutique, well, for me, it's like candy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, look at all these covers.
It's like Nordstrom if you're attached to shoes.
Yeah, totally, right? So you walk in and like everything, like I could spend so much time in a bookstore, but you guys do such a good job of making everything so enticing and so browsable. Do you mind if we just jump right in and talk about a book?
Absolutely.
So I'm really drawn to this. We've got Night Boat to Tangier by Kevin Barry. Can you tell us about this book?
Love this book. This was one of my favorites last year.
Oh my gosh.
So Kevin Barry is Irish. I mean, I love all my Irish authors. So he's one of my favorites. Two old gentlemen are in Tangier at a port waiting for their daughter to come, one of the daughters to come back. And it is just told in this fantastic, he's just fantastic.
Awesome.
So what else can I say about it?
Awesome. Okay, so this is a good one.
So he's good. It was up for some awards, didn't win, but it was up for some awards. So the writing is fantastic.
Cool.
If nobody's read Kevin Barry before, he's a must.
I have
He is a must read. So
okay, I'll put this on my list.
Put that on your list. Another one of my favorite Irish authors who we're hosting in March is Colin McCann. So keep an eye out for his new book called A Paragon coming. So
A Paragon.
A Paragon.
A Paragon.
A Paragon.
That's another thing I want to mention too for our listeners is that Warwick's does a lot of author events.
Yes.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah.
You get to meet the author. In fact, I'm super drawn to this cover, Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed.
Kylie Reed.
And you guys, this author's going to be here.
She will be here on Tuesday. This is the book that Reese Witherspoon just picked for her January pick.
Cool.
She is fantastic. This is the book that everybody's talking about right now in January. So we've got some pretty interesting people coming. So she's one of them that, it's great to be on the front end of some of this stuff. So that's the one for everybody to look out for.
Awesome. You know what else? American Dirt.
We got to talk about American Dirt.
We have to talk about American Dirt.
God, what do we say about it?
Well, okay, so first of all, you gave me the arc.
Yes.
And you said, you have to read this book.
Yep.
And I said, I trust Julie. I'm going to read it. I couldn't put it down.
Can't put it down.
I am so excited about this book.
Janine Cummins.
She's going to be here.
She will be here on January 27th. So, and we expect a pretty big crowd for her. So people are interested.
Get here early.
Get early, pre-order the book.
It's
you can pre-order the book
amazing.
from us to come.
Okay.
So that's a huge thing that we like to do, and that helps the authors when we do that.
Yeah.
Janine's book is one of those books that, like you said earlier, everybody needs to read that book.
Everyone needs to read this book.
Yeah, and she's one of the, there's thousands and thousands of migrant stories.
Yeah.
This is only one, but she tells it in such a powerful way.
It's so captivating.
And she grabs you by the throat from that first immediately, and she doesn't let you go till the end.
No.
And it is stupendous.
Her writing is incredible.
Incredible.
I'm so glad that I know about her.
Can't wait for her to be here and for San Diego to get a chance. I mean, we've got a lot, we're right here at the border, and we've got some, we've got our issues that
it's timely.
It's very timely, and she, I think, addresses it in a way that is accessible.
Totally.
To every kind of reader.
Absolutely.
So, and
it's
she
a must read.
It's a must read, and she points out in such a great way that none of us think we would become a migrant until we are.
Exactly.
And so, can't wait for that.
Hello. We were talking about American Dirt. Janine Cummins. She's going to be here on Monday, January 27th.
To come.
Yes,
definitely.
Book's not quite out yet. It'll be out on the 21st.
And pre-order the book.
Yes, pre-order that book.
So speaking of great covers, I'm really drawn to Dear Edward.
Another fantastic novel.
Okay.
Now back to talking about the books, and that's kind of the perk. We were talking about like curating and things. One of the perks of the job is we get to read books so early.
Right.
Which is fantastic. But then it's like when it finally comes out, it's like, wait, what is that? It's like, no, Dear Edward is another fantastic book. Just came out, I think, last week.
This is new.
Brand new. Along with Kylie Reed, Such a Fun Age. Those both are brand new books. it's going to be one of those books, kind of like The Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. It is just this story that will, it'll break your heart, but then it puts it back together. A young boy is in a plane crash. He's the sole survivor. People look to him, the surviving family members they want to meet him and talk to him, like, what was my family member
I just got
doing?
choked up.
Oh,
my gosh.
It is incredible. So this this thing is thrown on this boy's shoulders to be this kind of like a pilgrimage kind of thing. So anyways, fantastic read. Don't read it on an airplane though.
Good advice.
Why don't we read that one on an airplane?
Advice. Which is funny because I read a lot of books on airplanes. The cover is so beautiful. It's got this beautiful Dear Edward in block letters on this gorgeous, beautiful blue with these birds that are flying up, and it just has a sense of motion, but it also
But it's all these stories. So when you read the book, you know that it's everybody's story that comes out of this.
I love it.
And it doesn't give it away at all on what the story is, but intriguing. Exactly.
As a good book cover
should be. Because while we're here to help sell books and curate books and do that and be very personal with people and talk to them about it, there's also a form of discovery that people want to do as well. And so sometimes just walking
this book calls to me.
Yeah.
And that book calls to me.
Yeah. And so it delivers. So
nice.
That's,
okay.
Because sometimes you'll have a good cover and then you go, not so much on the inside.
This is true. So what do we got over here that you're excited about?
One of my favorites on this table is Nothing to See Here, Kevin Wilson.
Also a cool cover.
Also a great cover.
Yeah.
And it's some of this one was actually picked by Jenna Bush Hager.
Okay.
Picked it for one of her must reads. And that is such a great thing to help boost authors when these people have huge platforms like the Today Show and like it discovers things and it just boosts them to a level that he needed to be discovered before this. His writing is fantastic. Our buyer equates him to the John Irving of our age.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love John Irving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's got this Kevin Wilson. And
this
Nothing
cover
to See Here
is explosive.
Explosive.
You just look at it and you're like, oh my gosh,
well, the children,
I'm in for a ride.
The children spontaneously combust.
Yeah, this is literally explosive.
literally explosive. But his writing is just fantastic, and
awesome.
It is. It's funny. It's poignant. It digs into some political things, so it gives you everything.
Okay.
It gives you everything you want in that one.
Awesome.
So.
Is there anything else? Let's wander
just
over.
real quickly, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention The Dutch House. I know it's last year, but The Dutch House by Ann Patchett.
Okay.
It's a book club favorite.
Nice.
Great cover. The cover she actually commissioned.
Oh, she did?
So she commissioned that painting. So you think that it's an old painting, and it's not. She commissioned that. So it's a really kind of interesting story with that.
It does have kind of a contemporary feel to
Correct,
it.
but yet looks like it's an old painting. So
Brilliant.
she was brilliant in that. And then Alice Hoffman.
I love Alice
The World
Hoffman.
That We Knew is just...
The World That We Knew.
You just have to read it.
And that's a great cover, too.
It's a great cover.
Simple.
Yeah, the heron, it's...
Love it.
Yeah.
It's got a heron, it's got a silver
heron, but it's kind of iridescent.
I was going to say, it's almost
it's got
gold,
a little iridescent.
silver.
Yeah, it's got a little iridescence to it.
I love it when publishers go the extra mile and just do something special with the cover. Nice texture.
This one, The Secret we kept. I didn't read this one, but I love the fact of what they did with this because where are you?
Sorry,
that's okay. So yeah, we've got the cover here, but then look at that nice
they went
thing.
above
They went above and
beyond.
beyond. So
Yeah, this is beautiful.
so
and how
it-
they do the headbands. I love it when they do headbands.
Me too.
that-
It just makes it seem it's just a little special. So
Yeah.
when we're
So
going
The
into a
Secrets
digital,
we
The
kept-
Secret kept Laura Prescott. It has a Dr. Zhivago theme-esque to it.
Okay.
And so when you look beyond the dust jacket, it's got a beautiful. The boards, they just did a beautiful job on painting the boards, so it's incredible.
This is pretty brilliant. They've got a star cutout that shows the inside.
Yeah. So you kind of
So it's a peek.
It's a peek.
Yeah.
It's a peek. So as things are going more digital, they're looking more to make books more of an object
Art.
again.
They're
You know what I
art.
mean? It's something you want to hold. You
Yeah.
want to, you want to own it.
Special.
You want to own it.
You want to touch it.
You want to touch it.
You want to feel good about owning it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's wander over here and see what else we got.
Let's keep wondering.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gorgeous. Your House Will Pay, Steph Chaud. This is a gorgeous cover.
Yes.
It's black. It's got the beautiful sun yellow and red. What's happening?
It's a matchstick. This takes place in LA it takes place in two different time periods. 92 riots that happened in South Central after the deliberation of the Rodney King, and it's two different storylines that go along with the Korean American family and what was happening, and then it's a modern story in 2019, an African American family and how they go back and forth between.
Also very timely.
Super timely, super well done. It's fantastic. I mean, she nailed it. Steph Chaw's young. Can't speak highly enough about it. And it's,
you know what I love that you do here? So it's got a note in it. It says insightful, funny, and explosive. It's handwritten and a page turner. And apparently Kim, this is one of Kim's favorites.
She's one of our excellent booksellers.
Awesome. So it's great that you as booksellers get excited about books and then share that excitement with your customers.
And like we talked about earlier, it's hard to talk to every person. So we want to make sure that we bring things.
Touch.
With maybe Kim's not here, but somebody knows Kim because she works there. It's like, oh, Kim liked this, I'm going to like this.
It's special.
Too.
Yeah.
There's
just
something
like if
about
Julie
this.
likes it, I'm going to like it.
Yeah. So you kind of get to know what your customers like, and you get to know. So this one is somebody to look out for. Steph Chaw is amazing.
Okay.
I can't speak highly of this one either. I'm about 20 pages from the end and just...
Okay, so you haven't even finished it. Awesome. Well, we'll have to touch base after I read it. And I want to let our listeners know that we're going to list all of these books on the San Diego Writers Festival.com website. We have a podcast page. So we'll list them all, so you don't have to write them all down right now.
And and Warwick's has an online, so you can purchase them online.
We're going to link you right to Warwick, so you can get it online.
You will be good.
Let's look at one more that you're really excited about.
Okay, it's an older title. Not old. Well, it's older in that it was January of last year. But it's one that just covers it all, and it's the guest book by Sarah Blake.
Okay.
She wrote The Postmistress. Some people might be familiar if they're shoppers with us. The Postmistress was on our bestseller table for years. So Sarah Blake has written this book that spans generations. Starts in the mid-30s, and it just has this family saga that is incredible. She addresses race and privilege, and just a big, juicy book you can sink your teeth into, but just done superbly. So
excellent.
The guest book by Sarah Blake.
Sarah Blake.
Yeah.
You know, there's a book that's right over here that I just finished reading called There by Tommy Orange, and I gotta talk about it.
You've got to talk about it.
Oh my God, I love this book.
Met him at before was that's another perk of doing what we do. We get to meet these authors before the books are even out in the world, and so I had the privilege of meeting him before this was even out in the world, and we all adore this book. Did you not?
I love this book. Yeah. In fact, I want to read it again.
Right.
Honestly.
Well, because you do. Because there's things you kind of miss. Because as you're reading it, it's these stories, and you're kind of getting what's going on, but then all of a sudden you realize how it's being put together, and you're like, oh my God. It's brilliant.
From the perspective of several different characters, and it just ties it in brilliantly.
Right. It's an urban Indian American story.
Placed in Oakland.
Yep. But it's in every kind of it's another one of those eye-opening, kind of like American Dirt. Everyone should read this book and see from another perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Isn't that what storytelling's all about?
Right? Steph Chaw too. Amazing.
Yay. Well,
amazing.
Thank you, Julie.
Absolutely. Thank you
so
guys
excited
for being here. Yeah. This was really fun.
And thanks to all of our listeners. Yeah, there's so much to read, right?
Too much to read, not enough time.
How do we fit it all in?
Exactly.
All right. Well, from Warwick's in La Jolla, you've been part of our bonus episode here on The Premise. Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
Hey, this is Jeniffer. Thanks for coming by and listening. I just wanted to remind you that a complete list of all of these books is available on the website. You can check it out at San Diego Writers Festival.com/podcast. And Warwick's offers all of these books for sale online. There's a link on the website. Check it out.